It's been a bumper year for the Air Force Ones all over the place. Collaborations dropping, different silhouettes, different colorways. A massive year for the Air Force One. We had Gore-Tex Air Force Ones. We had tie-ups with designer brands, different variants. We had women's only, different silhouettes with different designs on them. We started the year, actually, now that I remember it, with that motorsport one as well, which is an absolutely fine looking Air Force One. Tons of them, even highs as well, now that I think about it. The one with the big zipper up the front, was that a Gore-Tex Air Force One? Tons of different sneakers all over the place from the Air Force One line this year, and we're ending the year with a bang as much as we started it, and that's what we'll be looking at today, because you clicked on this video because what you want to see is what I have to say about the Nike Air Force One Quilted Olive Green. This is the Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo About 23 Sneaker Channel des. Mainichi Upsuno de, Mainichi Mite Kudasai. Every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews, and a little bit about the barter movement. We play a very quick game. If you don't know what the barter movement is, bing, there's a playlist. It's very important that you look at that because there's great videos in it. If you like sneakers, rarest sneakers in the world, right there. But what we do is we have one video a week where Shoe Butter brings us one of his sneakers from his rare collection, and I give you hints every day about what that sneaker will be, and you try and work it out before the video drops on a Sunday. So far this week we've had the rarest Jordans, not the Jordans, bonehead, the rarest LeBrons in the world, 8, and Shut Out, was it Shut Out 2011? I can't remember if it was Shut Out or Lockout, that was it, Lockout 2011. They've been the 3 hints so far. And hint number 4 today is player exclusive. So if you could put that all together and work out which LeBron sneaker Shoe Butter is going to bring us on Sunday, hit me up with a comment down below. But that aside, let's get that out of the way. We'll talk more about the barter movement at the end of the video. Instead, what we're going to do right now is look at these Nike Air Force One Quilted Olive Greens, because they're an absolutely fire sneaker. I'm going to look forward to taking you through all the different design elements and all the things that make this a pop-in sneaker. But before we do that, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. It's as simple as that. There's a little subscribe button down below. There's also a little mark right here that you can click on, and it'll bring up another window about subscribing. I definitely recommend that way. Fast and easy to get the subscribe button clicked. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before year's end. We're almost there. We're in the mid 900s. Not too far to go now until we get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you would do me the honor, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every single one of my videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Mada toroku shite nai kata ni zehi Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, let's have a look at this quilted olive green sneaker. And from afar, if we just have I'm going to start out wide and we'll zoom in. I do like to play with my green screen, as you know, if you're a regular watcher. And we'll start out wide, and as a total sneaker, the thing that strikes us, I mean, obviously the quilted upper strikes us straight off the bat, that with the toe box and then the midfoot sections there with that quilted effect. But if you don't let that be the focus, actually focus on the colors. Those 2 panels, the toe box and the midfoot, are in a sort of light and quilted material, and a darker material adorns the toe box outer, the swoosh, and then the heel area. So it's actually a 2-tone sneaker. It'd be very easy to look at this and think it's green, but it's actually 2 different tones of green, 2 different tones of olive. And if we've zoomed in, hopefully I have zoomed in behind me here, and you can see the toe box there, and you can see that effect of the 2 different materials and the 2 different colors. And then as we pan, we pan across the sneaker and look at the midfoot section, where again that's repeated. Now on the back end of the sneaker, around the heel area, it's a little bit of a different story. It's overloaded on the darker green of the 2, overloaded on that is it the leather materials, and it is just that. You've got the swoosh there, the dark materials of the heel, and then the heel branding, which I'll talk about in a minute. But staying with that swoosh, if we zoom in on that, hopefully you can see here again behind me here, it's not just an olive green swoosh, but it's mounted It's mounted on top of a black mount so that it gives it more of a pop and more of a 3D effect. When you're looking from far away, it's kind of hard to distinguish, but when you get closer in, you realize that around the outside edge of the swoosh, there's a black line which comes from a second layer. Black layer below, and then a smaller green layer, so you get that sort of 3D two-tone effect around the swoosh there. But as I said, if we stay on the back end of the sneaker and have a look at the heel, I thought it was kind of interesting, to me anyway, that the heel has all one color in it. It's very unusual on the branding on a sneaker to see the heel with all one color. Usually the branding is in contrast to the color of the heel so that you can see, you know, Nike, Adidas, because it's kind of sales, right? It's advertising for their brand. So having both of them in this sort of deep green color is kind of unusual. But I think it's cool. I think it looks really, really good. That double green heel branding on the back there, which is also kind of the motif around the lacing system with the sort of the olive green laces, the olive green lace holders, the lace stays around there, which are in the deeper of the two greens. But the laces are very, very close to for me, the main feature of the sneaker, because it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be enough, personally. I don't think it would be enough to sort of have these guys out there just as quilted olive green Air Force Ones. And I think they realised that, and what they've done is they've said, right, we need something that's a bit more. So they've taken the tongue tag and they've turned it upside down. And it's a really weird effect. And hopefully behind me here, now I don't want it to be right behind me because you won't be able to see. So it'll be on like the corner or one of these two sides where you can see the tongue behind the laces. And all the writing is visible, and it's the writing about copyright and materials and washing and where it was made and all that kind of stuff. But then right smack bang in the middle of the lacing system, you can see the Nike branding that would normally be at the top of the tongue, but it's right down in the middle of the laces, hidden below the laces. And I think that's a great feature. I think that's really, really cool. And it adds that element of special to this sneaker that takes it above just your regular Air Force One. People would probably have been like, yeah, Air Force One quilted, yeah, whatever. But with that upside down tongue tag or branding or whatever you want to call that on there, I think that adds a different element to it that's kind of unique and interesting. So I'm a big fan of it. I think it looks pretty cool, all in all. So, but then if we keep going around from the tongue, I think we've gone in a bit of a zigzag here. We started at the toe box to the midfoot to the heel, and then up to the lacing the tongue, and now we're going back again to the top line, which you can see is in orange. And I say that's a really distinctive and clever piece of designing by Nike, because otherwise this sneaker would be a little bit too green, for want of a better description. And having that orange on there is a great contrasting color to green. Orange and green go really well together, but it does provide a bit of color and a bit of sort of breaks up that uniform of the greenness. And that's also true if you come down to the midsole, outsole sort of section, which is in that dark, muddy green. And you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of Hiking Deep, a channel that has had my back for months. And they always hit me up with comments and talking about the sneakers that they like. And usually they like to see a sneaker in these kind of colors. I'm not sure if they'll appreciate the quilt effect, but I think they for sure will appreciate the colors, especially the olive green part and the muddy brown sort of outsole midsole part to it. The olive green part I know is supposed to be military. It's meant to reflect kind of military jackets, like the stitching that you'd get in a military jacket or overcoat. I think particularly Air Force, which makes sense for an Air Force One, doesn't it? So Hiking Deep, I don't know, did I do it already? I don't think I did. Ping, there's a link to their channel. They're great supporters of mine. Hopefully you guys can head over there and say hello. Tell them that Tokyo Butter 23 sent you. They'll surely appreciate it. So and hopefully they'll let me know in the comments down below if this is a sneaker that they get behind, or if they're like, nah, quilted, not my thing. Either way, I'd love to hear from you guys, so let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, so all in all, it's a great looking sneaker. I think they got the balance right of the colors, the two-tone greens in the upper, then the orange to offset that, and then the darker brown, muddy brown sort of colorway of the lower half of the sneaker, I think comes together really well to make a fine sneaker. So for me, it's a pretty cool looking sneaker. I like it, and I think it's going to sell pretty well, actually, to be honest. Air Force Ones have been hot this year, and this is just going to keep that trend on going. So a big yes from Tokyo Butter 23. For now, though, it's time to talk about that that Butter Movement stuff. Butter Movement 2.0 is alive and well, and the channel, my channel grows, the Butter Movement grows. Shoe Butter keeps dropping me content. I gave you that hint to hint number 4, I think I said it was, for what sneaker is going to come this Sunday. The rarest LeBron sneaker in the world. It's unbelievable. It's a really great sneaker too. My golly, it's a great sneaker. So hopefully you guys can check that out. Barter Movement guys, appreciate you. I think I already put the playlist earlier in this video, but please do watch that playlist if you haven't already. It helps the channel, for if nothing else. If you watch your playlist, that gets my watch time up, but also the content's great, so definitely check out that playlist. For now though, it's time for me to sign off. As I do at the end of every single one of my videos, I thank you guys for checking out my content. Hit that like button. If I don't say it, you won't remember to do it, so please hit the like button down below. But for now, it's time for me to say farewell. Thank you for checking out my content, and as I do this every single day, you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.